Greetings everyone. Thank you for watching Electric City Video. This is Frank Etheridge, the editor, appearing off camera to be safe and socially distanced from CSU junior Lucas Shepard. We're here at the opening, the grand opening of the Robotics Lab. And Lucas, you're a Robotics Engineering major, is that right?
Yes, sir. I am, like you said, I'm a junior here right now, and I've been in the robotics program for, I think, just the past semester. I recently transferred into it.
Okay. And you said earlier that this really impacted the growth of this program at CSU, sort of impacted your college plans?
Absolutely, yeah. Originally I planned on going straight into Georgia Tech to do aerospace engineering, but I kind of grew to love and appreciate CSU, and right when I was going into college, I heard that CSU was going to start their own robotics program. And that really sealed the deal for me coming here, because robotics really is more of what I want to do. I want to create things like Uno right here. I want to make things that move around and learn how to program them. Aerospace still piques my interest, but this is more what I want to do.
So another goal of this program obviously is to prepare students for the 21st century workforce. How do you think this is preparing you to enter the working world?
I think that this program is going to help me get in the working world by all the great robotic systems we have here. We have systems that are used in the real world. We have a robotic arm here that's similar to one used at Pratt & Whitney here locally. And those robotic arms really are used in almost any manufacturing plant at this time. We have state-of-the-art 3D printers, which are used in the industry to really create any custom piece you need, and that's really good to know how to use those and how to make parts. We have all the electronics I would need.
It seems like you mentioned earlier, you said anything from the medical field to the military to SpaceX, Elon Musk deal. So it seems like everything is going to require understanding of robotics engineering,
yes, sir.
AI.
At this point, I really do believe that any field there is could benefit from robotics engineering. Anything that has electronical components, anything where workers are doing some kind of mundane or risky task, that is something that one day we can get a robot to do. And some of it's not about taking human jobs, some of it's about creating safer jobs for people.
You also mentioned the idea of Columbus being the robot city. You sort of mentioned that as a joke at first, but then you see that vision actually being true. What did you mean by that, robot city?
Yes, sir. So Robot City was I heard that from Ted McCuba at Fort Benning. He said that he could see Columbus being labeled as the robot city in the future. And what I think he meant by that was that Columbus could be kind of the new MIT area. Sometimes when you think of robotics, you'll think, oh, maybe somewhere in California or MIT up in Boston. I think he thinks that Columbus could be seen as a hub for robotics and mechanical engineering, and people would come here when they need solutions. And yes, at first I kind of thought of it as a joke when he said that, because we're obviously not there now. No one thinks robotics and thinks Columbus, Georgia. But he had such a passion for it, and we're investing so much into robotics. I think if we keep that passion and the faith, and we keep investing like we are right now, we'll definitely hit it.
And it's remarkable that the Columbus State is now the only school in Georgia to have this robotics engineering. It's both an undergrad and a master's degree, which I think is great.
I was really surprised to learn that. Again, that's really what made me come here. Now, Georgia Tech, I want to say, has a doctorate in robotics engineering, but I need to start somewhere. I need to start with a bachelor's and a master's, and this is the only place I can get it. I'll do it here.
So you're standing next to Uno, who is the program's mascot. What's the coolest thing you've seen him or it or her do?
So Uno, he can do a lot of stuff. I really want to know if I can program my own things into him. But he can do kung fu. He can walk with you. He'll take you by the hand, walk around. You can give him a high five. He has incredibly awful jokes, but he can do quite a lot.
Yeah. So this is the future, what we're seeing in this lab. You think that?
Absolutely. What are you saying? I'm sorry.
You think this is the future of this lab?
Yes, absolutely. Everything in this lab is things that people will find more commonplace in the future. Things like Uno here. I think it's going to be more common for things like this just to be around your house as a toy, and they can become useful. I mean, this Uno is actually, I'm pretty sure he's meant more as a child's toy that they can hug and play around with, but he's a perfect showcase of how that's become more commercialized and how it's easier for this kind of thing to exist.
Is he an example of artificial intelligence? I mean, somebody who doesn't understand AI at all. Is
Not-
that an example of it, or?
Not quite. So we do have some artificial intelligence projects in the works. Uno, he takes commands and follows them. If he doesn't know them, he doesn't do it. Now, we could implement artificial intelligence, and the way that would work is we'd give him some kind of new command, and let's say we told him to walk across the room. And I'm not sure how we would implement it into him, but he would try things on his own to get across the room, compare that to what the data would look like if he did go across the room, and then just keep trying it over and over until he does the correct thing. That's more of how artificial intelligence works.
Cool.
And if you want, I can turn him on and get him to do something for you.
Yeah, get him to tell a joke. We saw that earlier. If he's got some bad jokes, I'm all about bad jokes.
It'll take just a second to turn on,
Sure.
I think.
And there's also self-driving cars as part of this program, and you always hear that's going to be the norm in the future. Have you worked on those at all?
I haven't worked with the self-driving cars yet, but back in that room we have...
At your service.
Do a little check. Yeah. So back in that room we have a track on the floor that the self-driving car leads. I don't know. And the car basically makes sure it's on the track, kind of the same way self-driving Teslas do, and it just follows that track around. So that's pretty interesting. You good? Okay. Tell me a joke. Turn around. Yep. Turn around. You used to like my voice. Tell me a joke.
Generating random jokes. Did you hear the one about the vacuum cleaner? I am not surprised. It sucks.
Thought you were gonna get great audio from that. Do kung fu.
Watch closely. This is striking safe.
That's great. Well, one thing that does not suck is the opening of the Robotics Engineering Lab here at Columbus State. Lucas, thank you so much for your time.
Of course, thank you so much.
Uno, see you later. Goodbye.